Oh yes, this is it. This is it. This is what I thought it was. Wow. Hello, welcome back to another video. This is the River Medlock episode 6, and you join me on a journey where I'm following Manchester's River Medlock from Phillips Park in the east of the city right across the city to where it empties into the River Irwell. Now so far we're just near Ancoats at the moment. You might think I'm in the middle of the countryside, but believe it or not, 60 yards just up this lane is Manchester's major inner ring road. Now in this episode we're going to get actually into the river, because the river goes now through an old neglected part of the city, so I'm going to get into the river and explore the bridges and the tunnels. If you're wondering where episode 5 is, well, I'll tell you now where episode 5 is. I'm yet to film it, but episode 5 doesn't need me to get into the river. We're having quite a dry spell at the moment in the UK, and it's wonderful and it's quite unique and rare. So I'm taking advantage of the dry spell, and the bits where I want to be in the river, I'm filming them now. So we've kind of gone out of sequence a little bit. Don't worry about episode 5, and if you're watching this after July 2018, episode 5 will be filmed. So anyway, we're going to get into the river now. I'll show you where we are on a map, and we're going to follow its route and see what we can come up with, or see what we find. Okay, so there's the team. On the right hand side you've got Gary. He's going to be getting some shots from street level for us. You've got me in the middle, and on the left hand side you've got Connor. He's not been in the videos before, but he's a mate of mine, and he was dead keen to get himself some waders and go on his first explore along the river. Okay, so me and Connor are actually in the Medlock now, and we're about to encounter our first bridge. So this is the bridge that goes under Pinmill Brow, and Pinmill Brow is a section of the Manchester inner ring road, so it's a really busy sort of stretch of road. At the moment the water is pretty not too deep, and it's nice and calm. But yes, we're now heading under. You just got to watch the quicksand though. We're heading under Pinmill Brow. Now the first bit here, as you can see, is concrete, and it looks like an older bit over there now that is stone. Okay, so you can see obviously this is the original, this is the extension, because Pinmill Brow is a big main road. There's the concrete extension, and there's the old road. That would have been the old original road that was Pinmill Brow. I think I've got some more photos to show you in a bit. Anyway, we carry on. It looks a little bit deeper here, so we've got the light to see the bottom. So just under there, it was quite deep there. It was quite, it's quite scary, wasn't it? But we've reached a shallow bit now. And we should have Gary up top, who's taking shots of us just from the street level. We should be up there now, with a bit of luck. Right, so you can see the access now is really difficult. You see on the wall basically. And if you look there, this looks like a former factory there. We'll have to look on an old map and see what that was, because that was obviously a window that faced onto the Medlock, and there's some sort of little drainage tunnel there, and it looks very old in there. You see that? A bit of old stone there, so whatever that is, I don't know if you can see it through the undergrowth. That is very old. You can tell it's old when it's old stones, you know, like rather than concrete. Love it, love the old little stone arches. But this is it. It's like we're in the middle of the city centre, but yet we're a million miles away from anyone. Right, just very quickly for you, don't worry, I won't do too many maps. But that is our journey so far. And you know what I just said then? An old factory facing out onto the Medlock. Well, it must have been that shirt factory. Look at the left-hand side. That's the old map from the 1900s. It must have been the remains of that shirt factory. And where you've just seen that little stone arch where the water was coming out, that looks like it was coming out of what was the Ivy Works shirt and blouse factory. Amazing, eh? Just dead quick as well, look at Pinmill Brow. We went under the bridge. Look at the right. Look how wide Pinmill Brow is now. Look on the map on the left. Look how narrow it was. So that stone bridge that we saw, the stone section, must have been the old stone bridge of Pinmill Brow, and the concrete bit was obviously where they widened it. Anyway, let's crack on. Looks like a really old part of the river this now, because if you look at these arches here, obviously they were I'm not quite sure at this point what they were. No doubt when I go home I can look at some maps and tell you what this was. I know we're not far from the old railway lines that formed Ancoats Goods Station, but this is really old now. Really old bridge there, old cast iron bridge. We're getting just a little bit deep again here now. But I don't think anyone's been down this way for years. What do you reckon?
I don't think so either.
Look at that.
Looks untouched.
Just exhausting walking in it, because it's like the ground is so uneven. And you notice I've got a pole as well. A few of you said you should have took a pole to test the depth, so I've got me a little broomstick to test the depth. Health and safety. Oh, and excuse the hat. The hat is because my bald spot burns in the sun, so I've got a hat on. Right, so it's quite arduous this, because believe it or not, there are still quite deep bits along here, and we're just about to enter another tunnel, and I'm not sure where this tunnel goes. I think this tunnel goes underneath some factories up top. I feel like something's grabbing my legs. It's not light, but I don't know what the hell I'm walking over. Get to the shallow bit. You see where we are. Again, there's remnants of old factories here. Can you see there? And the access is just incredibly hard if you didn't come in where we actually came in. So that's what we're heading through. Cheers. And it looks a little bit shallow, thank God. Should we go to the edge? All right. Yeah, those are the original. This looks all quite old, this bit here, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think it's amazing how they make arches like that.
Yeah, they used to use a wooden thing, didn't they? Mm. Which is the best way? That way is the best way. Yeah. Little sandbank now. Little sandbank along here. And like I say, I think we're somewhere just in sort of Ancoats. Well, not Ancoats, at the back of Piccadilly Station we are. And there's a few bridges along this section, or a few tunnels along this section. That go under the various factories and stuff. Nice little dry bit here now. Can you do your torch, Connor? A lot of debris here. Got wade over. I'm hoping to just.
Space hopper.
It's a space hopper. You're gonna hop the rest of the way. That's where we come from. Big old iron bridge up there. I think we're, if you look at the map, if you want to know where we are, Helmet Street, I think we are. It's like a very old and nothing street, just near Ancoats. But we've opened up again now. What I find interesting as well is the brick along the side of the river, and then over here we've got a bit of stone going on over here. It's almost like a bit of a timeline, a bit of a, you know, this bit's old, this bit's older. And we're going round now into a nice, beautiful stone tunnel, but unfortunately it looks bloody deep again. Why are the tunnels always deep?
This is the foundation, I think.
Probably. Oh, it narrows though, doesn't it? And in times of probably this is deep.
It's cold as well.
In times of where the river's running fast, it'll probably carve out a deeper gully, possibly. That's my theory. Right, that's what we're trying to get through. And as per usual, that is deep. So if we can get to here, it's shallow again over there. So let's go. So beautiful bridge there, a bit of a stone bridge there. And like I say, it's like history, because you get the stone, and then we go to brick there, the old Accrington brick. And I think these, like I say, are the edges of old factory buildings. Right, made it through the deep bit. Yeah, that's my theory, that I think when the river narrows, when it's running really fast, it must cut out a deeper groove underneath bridges and stuff because it narrows. This is where we are, some kind of very old bridge. Can't tell you much about it at the moment. And you can see the usual sandbank here. And then we've got a nice little shallow bit again here. Oh, look at that tunnel there.
My hands in my pockets. I ain't got any.
We're going to need the use of your torch in a minute again.
Oh, it's just away.
There's a tunnel here, I might get mine out in a minute.
That was a slice of toast.
Alright.
Have you ever found anything doing this? It's like looking at things you would normally look at.
Yeah. Because, I mean, who comes down here, do you know what I mean?
That's the best way you think by the looks of it. Or a sofa. If they've cleaned all the metal out of it, the way it is, it doesn't make sense. Feels like a rock here. Go.
Fuck that. So if you're wondering why we don't go towards that tunnel, it's mega deep. So you alright? And he's a big lad and he's just struggled. So I ain't getting some waders full of water, but it's so interesting down there. I'll just put this on again and see if we can get anything at all. You see it?
Let's see if it's... Oh, it's not as deep here. That sound.
So we're trying to get to that little archway. So if you're home watching, will us on, because it's really deep here and difficult to walk. Shit, and I do not want to fall.
It's like this way across the room.
It goes deep there, though. I can see it there going deep.
Does this pull out, this pole?
Yeah, it goes yeah, if you turn it at the end. What's that? Well, you got your light, haven't you?
Yeah.
Careful, pal.
I will be. It stinks like gas.
Is it?
Yeah. Frozen there. Try and come round and give us the torch. I'll shine it inside. See how deep it goes there? Oh, it's cold. It's cold in there. But yeah, it smells of gas. Pan on to you, try and get over here.
Fucking old woman.
If you stand around here, it's not too shabby. I'll shoot that back.
Okay, look how deep I am. Like I say, when it gets to our steep, it gets intimidating. But look at this, look where we are. Now it's getting deeper as I go nearer to it, but can you see, you can see in there, a little set of steps.
A lot of smoke coming out.
A lot of, yeah, a lot of steam coming out. Smells very strange. I wonder if it goes less deep there. Because you could go in there, couldn't you? Just put the stick in.
Go.
Probably not as deep, is it?
Well, it goes muddy again now.
Does it?
That is a very strange smell.
It is a strange smell. I can't zoom in on the GoPro, but there is a tunnel up there. Oh, that's him up there. That's them above, isn't it?
Your bag is in the water.
Right, I'll start to reverse because my phone is in my bag. So do you want to give that a miss?
I don't want to get gas or anything.
Yeah, it's a bit gassy in there. I don't like the sound of it. So we're gonna head out. It's a shame that because it's just so deep. Like I say, when it gets so deep, it just gets intimidating. And what's there, mate? There's roots there and everything. Okay. Oh, what an opportunity that would have been to go in there. So we're not quite sure what this is. I can't zoom in because I'm on the GoPro, but you see that up there? And there's a pipe, or there's some sort of steel bar that comes down there to that. And that's not a gate, that's not an opening there. There's a brick wall behind that. So, moving swiftly on. Okay, so we're somewhere at the back of Piccadilly Station. There's a railway line up there, as you can see, or a disused railway line. We've got this tunnel facing us. I think we're getting near Journey's End because I only ever wanted to take this so far, and if this is the tunnel I think it is, it opens up into something quite good, and that'll be Journey's End. So this tunnel is the last challenge. So we're going to go through this tunnel now. Hopefully this sandbank will carry on all the way through. Torch is on. Let's go. See, it goes dead deep there though. Where?
That'll be old, but
Toilet? We need, on the way back, right, we need to get photos. Because you can't do this and not get photos. I'll have my phone out on the way back. Oh yes, this is it. This is it.
wow.
This is what I thought it was. Wow. Manchester's Megatron. Just watch your foot in here, mate. Wow. Look at this. Incredible. Look at that. So I never thought I'd get in here. If you watch a video I did called Disused Stations, Railway Arches and Rain, I stood up there. I stood up on the ledge up there and I looked in here and I was just like completely awe-inspired. I never thought in a million years I would be able to be in here, because the access to this is only obviously that way. This is incredible. I can't believe we've made it. I didn't think we'd make it, to be honest with you. Yeah, and it did at times, and it stinks. So there's a little bar behind there. I'll point with the torch. If you just look at there where the torch is going, there's a little sort of bar, like an independent bar, if you've ever been in that one. And you've probably looked over there from the bar and looked into this hellhole, and here we are. Wow, I can't believe we've done it. And nice little sandbank to walk on as well. I imagine in times of flood the river comes right up here. But what's the street? I can't remember what the street's called. We're in the under the vast railway arches that enter into Manchester Piccadilly Station. Obviously back in the day Manchester London Road Station, and it really is incredible. Absolutely massive. I feel completely dwarfed. Yeah.
By the size of it, yeah.
I think a couple of selfies are in order. So we might just take a look in that tunnel there, but for the minute I'm just going to splendour at where we've managed to get to. Look at the little duck footprints there all on the floor. So that's it, just remember the name of the street. So up there is Temperance Street. So the big, where you see the light above the arch there, that is Temperance Street at the back of Manchester Piccadilly Station and near Mayfield Station. Like I say, I did a video up there. I never ever thought, and I'm proper chuffed, that we'd make it this way. So we're going to have a look just under there. I think this is Journey's End now, but we're going to have a quick look under this tunnel. I know it comes out by the side of Mayfield. More debris there. Should we take a look on the other side of that? We're here. Dirty dirt. There are little fish I can see actually darting about.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Connor's found a bag. Bit of shopping in there. Oh,
High vis, isn't it?
High vis vest.
What is it? Team Temper. And then there's some other stuff in it as well.
What on earth is in there?
Washing powder.
Washing powder.
I don't know if that's washing powder, that's yellow.
Just doesn't look very nice in general, does it?
Nope. And there's other stuff in it. It looks like letters as well.
Letters. Somebody's belongings, that, isn't it? Somebody's belongings, that. Anyway, not very nice. So we'll just take a look under here. And I know, like I say, this bit goes towards Mayfield Station. Or it comes out round the back of Mayfield Station now. And I would like to go all the way, really, but it's took us a long time to get here. Torch here that I'm not using. Shit, that's sinky. Look how the river's eroded the wall there. Paula's found a tap. That's pretty fancy, that. I like that. Right, so we're going to call this definitely Journey's End now. The river deepens a bit there now. That goes round a factory at the back, at the side of, in fact that's Mayfield Station, the side of Mayfield. So there we go, Journey's End. We entered the river basically where the red circle is. If you follow the blue line of the river, you can see it meanders around and there's various tunnels that we went underneath. We went underneath Temperance Street, and where the red arrow is now, that's basically Journey's End. That's where we are. We need to turn around now and walk all the way back. We're going to walk back now. He's got a sweat on, so have I. Thanks for coming with us on our journey down the River Medlock. Oh, don't be falling now.